And it reminds one, ikhwan, of the statement of Ibn-Al-Qayyim in those lines of poetry, ikhwan, in his Meemiyyah. I hope my hifz, ikhwan, helps me, inshaAllah. Ibn-Al-Qayyim, rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentioned in the beginning of his Meemiyyah that which should be the attitude of every single Sahib Sunnah. He mentions in the beginning of his Meemiyyah, he has a Meemiyyah just as he has a Nooniyah. Lines of poetry ending in Noon, his Meemiyyah, lines of poetry ending in Meem. He mentions, ikhwan, in the beginnings of his Meemiyyah, إذا طلعت شمس النهار فإنها علامة تسليمي عليكم فسلموا سلام من الرحمن في كل ساعة وروح وريحان وفضل وأنعم. He mentions beginning, that indeed when you see the beginning of the day, the sun rising in the beginning of the day, then that is a sign of my taslim. That is the sign of me giving salam, meaning that every single day that we see, that my attitude is that I give salam to who? He goes on to continue, يعني salamun min ar-Rahman. Salam, the salam of Allah Azza wa Jalla upon them. And he describes who he is referring to, that he gives that salam to. Ala sahbi, wal ikhwani, wal wildi, wal uli, da'awhum bi ihsanin, wa fadlin, wa fajadu, wa an'amu. Yani, upon my companions, my ikhwan, and my wild, yani the one's offsprings, and those who we call fajadu wa an'amu. And so they were individuals who were generous in that regard, yani in response to the call, responded wa an'amu, and they were beneficent in that regard. He goes on to mention وَسَائِرِ مَنْ لِلسُّنَّةِ الْمَحْضَةِ اقْتَفَى, and the rest of those who follow the pure sunnah. That my salam, it goes out to the rest of those who follow the sunnatil mahda. Sunnatil mahda, or that pure sunnah. He explains, ikhwan, those who follow that way, he mentions, وَمَا زَاغَ عَنْهَا. وَمَا, and they did not deviate away from that. They never deviated or strayed away from the pure sunnah. فَمَا زَاغَ عَنْهَا فَهُوَ حَقٌّ مُقَدَّمُ. For it is no doubt, it has the right to be given precedence. يعني the sunnah. أُولَٰئِكَ أَتْبَاعِ النَّبِيِّ وَحِزْبُهُ. Indeed, they are the followers of the messenger and his hizb. And ikhwan, we hear people saying oftentimes that you Salafis, in trying to, or in fighting against hizbiyah, you become a hizb. And you yourselves fall into hizbiyah. Na'am. أُولَٰئِكَ أَتْبَاعِ النَّبِيِّ وَحِزْبُهُ. They no doubt are the followers of the messenger and his hizb. And that is because, ikhwan, that hizbiyah no doubt is of two types. Hizbiyah madhmuma, that blameworthy hizbiyah, that Ahlul Ilm speak against, that the Talabat Ilm speak against, and that Ahlul Sunnah generally speak against. And that praiseworthy hizbiyah. And that is that one affiliates himself to the hizb of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Hizb Muhammad, affiliates himself to the hizb of Allah Azza wa Jal. And Allah Azza wa Jal mentions that the hizb of Allah, they are the ghalibun, they are the victorious, and they will be the successful. So Ibn al-Qayyim, he mentions أولئك أصحاب النبي وحزبه لولاهم ما كان في الأرض مسلم. He mentions that they are the hizb of Muhammad. They are the followers of Muhammad and his hizb. If it were not for them, ما كان في الأرض مسلم. If it were not for them, then there would not be a Muslim on earth. And that is because of the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used them to spread the da'wah al-Islamiyya, that Allah Azza wa Jal used them to spread the message of Islam, the message of the Kitab, the message of the Sunnah. At the head of them, the companions of the Messenger of Allah. Following them, the Tabi'un and the Atba' Tabi'un. And those ikhwan who followed them from the A'imma of Ahlul Sunnah. It was them, ikhwan, that Allah Azza wa Jal utilized to spread the Sunnah, to spread and to convey the Quran, and to spread the Fahm al-Sahih, the correct understanding of the Deen. So he mentions أولئك أتباع النبي وحزبه لولاهم ما كان في الأرض مسلم. If it were not for them, then there would not be a Muslim on earth. لولاهم كانت تميد بأهلها ولكن رواسيها وأوتادها هم. He said if it were not for them, then it would have trembled and it would shake. But they, يعني أهل السنة, أهل الأثر, they are the stakes and the pegs of the earth. Just as the mountains, ikhwan, are the literal pegs of the earth, keeping the earth stable, similarly, أهل السنة, أهل الأثر, أهل الحديث, they are those, ikhwan, that resemble the mountains from among mankind, keeping the earth still and keeping the earth stable. He mentions لولا هم كانت تميد بأهلها ولكن رواسيها وأوتادها هم ولولا هم كانت ظلاما بأهلها ولكن هم فيها بدور وأنجم أولئك أصحابي فحي هلا بهم وحي هلا بالطيبين وأنعموا. He mentions that if it were not for them, then the earth would have been filled with dhalam. The earth would have been filled with darkness. But indeed, هم فيها بدور وأنجم. They are on earth, budur. They are the full moons of the earth. And they are the stars of the earth. أولئك أصحابي. They indeed are my ashab. They are my companions. فحي هلا بهم. And so welcome them and bring them close. وحي هلا بالطيبين وأنعموا. And welcome and bring close the طيبين وأنعموا. And what a blessed gathering those طيبين are. And so it is the likes of those statements, ikhwan, of Ibn-Al-Qayyim, subhanallah, that comes to mind when we see the likes of these wujuh. The faces of Ahlul Sunnah, the faces of the Salafiyun, ikhwan, here in England and the various other countries around Europe that some of our brothers have traveled from in order to unite, ikhwan, and come together for this short period. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He unites us, ikhwan, in Jannah. And that we'll sit together, ikhwan, in Jannah, remembering these gatherings, remembering our comings together, remembering the striving, remembering the sabr, remembering the fitan, remembering the bala, remembering the hardship, remembering the tribulations, remembering the afflictions, laughing, smiling, ala ara'ik, upon thrones, ikhwan, of nobility. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make that be the case.